Selena, maybe we can start to let the people ask questions for our most important person for today, Vera. Vera, stay. I saw you. And where is Paul? Oh, Paul, I saw you. Okay, Paul is here. And then we have one more person. Where's Paulette? Paulette, where are you, Paulette? You just turn on your mic, and then you. Okay, yeah, Paulette. Thank you very much. Okay, so now we would like any people you have a question to ask for this three important person. So that's a very important person is why they're important because they have the strong mind, willpower, and very good the mind to working for their health. Yeah. So Paul, he has 7 years. He has 7 years paralyzed on your right side, and then her wife just stay home, care him 5 years, and then he working for many years with acupuncture, all kinds of physiotherapy, all kind of method. Or they also put the reluctant injection, very expensive, do 7 years, doesn't help him to live independently, okay? And after that, I meet him, I teach him some kind of technique, and then he use it to working for himself, okay? I'm just like the guy, give him the key, start the car, and then he walk, and then he drive by himself. I don't want to take all the credit, okay? All the miracle performance is belong to you guys, okay? I just give you the key, turn on the start the car only, ignition the car, okay? So because I know the Qigong for more than 50 years, working more than 15 years Qigong, I know what's the important thing to help the people to ignite the start the car, So that's a Paul. Anybody you have a question, you can ask him. And also we have the other person, Paulette. I never meet her personally. I always only meet her only from the online, okay? So she have the difficulty to do. So maybe you are here, you can tell your short story, just talk about a few minutes, okay? Let the people know what is your situation, and then what in the past, what in the how about right now, and then we get the people ask question, okay? Paulette, give you a few minutes to tell your story.
Hi, good morning from Calgary, Alberta. It's been really cold here for 1 week, so I'm just trying to warm up to everybody here. It's been minus 40 actually, so it's been pretty cold here. We've had record-breaking temperatures. Um, I was astounded when I met Philip. I never thought that I would be in a position of weakness in my life. We always think we're strong people. We always think, as an Olympic athlete, I'd never need what I need today. So we always think, here and now, that's beautiful to be in the present, but things happen. And something happened to me that was very serious. And neurologically, it's a mystery to all the neurologists in Alberta. I've been released from any neurology in Alberta because of my situation. They left me the way I was because they had no answers. In 2004, I had a mass lesion explode in my spinal cord, a fractured neck at C5 with no correlation. And I had been a very strong Olympian. As a female, imagine twinning a Bruce Lee. I really was grateful that God had gifted me strength, but that's when I needed to absolutely kick into another side of life, which was another part of my brain after I had a stroke in 2004. The stroke left me paralyzed from the neck down, which is everything. I lost everything. I had to learn to hold forks again, spoons again. I learned by crawling. I learned by dragging my body everywhere. That's the way it had to be done. There was no cure for what had happened to me, and there was no science behind it except that I went down the rabbit hole of studying for many, many years. This is 17 years. And it took me to 2019 when I was researching through a Japanese doctor. I needed to find somebody who was high level understanding of the energy fields and the energy systems, and I came across Philip. And I want to articulate this because this is the most important thing that I think anybody needs to understand. Once you've been injured in the neurological systems, and I've been studying the pituitary gland, I've been studying the amygdala, the hippocampus, I've been studying where I got injured in the body because there's just no answers. I realized that Philip could understand what part of my body had to match the other part of my body. Brain and cord have to match. To heal from being paralyzed, you don't want to over process this situation either, because it could create a secondary stroke, it create another issue. And I knew that Philip had absolutely the knowledge and the perception of understanding, the depth perception that I needed to match my mind, because I've got a mind like Nikola Tesla. I can't just stop with nobody. And when we met, I knew that Philip was gaining my trust by explaining every part of the human energy fields to me, about the human body. The body is incredible because it's a magnetic field. And when he was telling me this, I had enough research and enough education done to know that Philip was the real deal. He really knew how to work with me very patiently. My goodness, I don't know how he did it, but he ended up putting me online, which I needed very badly. And that online mechanism was enough to spark me and get me going in the mornings, because I didn't have to get up and get dressed and go out in public. And that was too hard on me as an introvert anyway. But he really spent every morning saying, come when you can, do what you can, and we'll work through this. And so as he was clearing me and we were working together with energy, I noticed how strong I started getting, even though I'd had symptoms of being very weak and side effects were pretty bad. But I knew that if I just kept going, I was determined to see if Philip and I could meet the minds. And I think that's the most important part of energy, is you have to have a meeting of the minds. And I articulate that strongly because you could use the body all you like. In bodybuilding, you just lift weights. But does the mind match the system? Maybe not. And so Philip was working my mind, and he, at night when I go to sleep, I would find that I would go into deep frequency sleeps, and I would find out that in the morning something different had happened every day. So you have to trust blindly in faith and just do this, get up, wake up and try it, and work with, a master like Philip. And then you have to just go through the time. If you question every angle, I tell you right now, you will not be able to match the entire energy systems. So it's been over a year and a half. Philip and I have been working online, and this is the most pleasurable thing that I have ever had in my life, to be in home on Google Meets, on Hangouts, and not feel intimidated in the public with my condition. So it's taken the stress off me, actually, and the strain of being in the public. I am a public humanitarian. I do stuff for the government, and I have a hard enough time hiding in a bathroom sometimes, not wanting to be around a crowd. So Philip is helping me go through these steps and stages, and they're baby steps. And I believe that I'm going to do this for life, because this is not something you stop doing. It has to be a daily lifestyle, a daily thing that when you can handle, you go through it and you continue to just keep doing it. It's a good habit to form. So yeah, thank you, Master Philip and Selena. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Paulette. And then Vera, maybe you can tell your story short. After that, other people ask a question, because a lot of people want to know how do you do that. How they how do you inspire them? Maybe some people want your help, want our help. So Vera, tell your story. Thank you.
Well, I was a freelance musician, and I was a single mother. My day was starting at 6 in the morning and ended there sometimes at 1 o'clock at night. And I was performing, and I was on the harp about 6 to 8 hours a day. And it was just a very, very intensive life. The pain in the body started gradually and gradually and gradually intensifying more and more. And one day I just said, I can't play anymore. I just can't get to the harp. And I was looking at my big pedal harp here and thinking, when am I ever going to get back to it? I don't think I will ever do, because I wasn't able to hold a glass of water. So much pain I had in my body. And I went to Dr. John Chong, who is working with musicians, and he said, you need to start Tai Chi. So in 1999, I started Tai Chi. And after the class, I went directly to bed. I wasn't able to function properly. And I realized that when I didn't have the class, I needed to practice something, whatever I remembered. And whatever I remembered were the warm-up exercises, which I had no idea at the time what they were. And today I realize they were Qigong. So 10 years of practicing and learning, I also started teaching Tai Chi, because that personal practice that I did daily of the warm-up exercises, it gave me enough energy to actually start teaching. And it generated this warmth in the body, and it felt really, really good. And I won't forget, one day I was practicing the wave hands, the cloud hands on my sunny deck, and I got very tired, came inside and started punching the remote control of the television, and all of a sudden I felt something melting down inside the body. Mm-hmm. It was unbelievable, because it was like the sensation that you feel when you need to go to washroom. I mean, that was extremely real. You can't deny that kind of sensation. And this is what it was. And I just was totally amazed by it. And then I met, after a while, I met Master Teresa here in Toronto. I started practicing with her the Qigong, and in 2012, at the Congress, International Qigong Congress, I met Master Philip. There was something very special about Master Philip. He was very calm, very kind. He was in an element that I didn't realize before, and I needed more of that kind of element in order to make myself whole again and heal the pains that I had. And at the time, I also had my mother here, and she had an accident, and I was very angry about it. And all of a sudden, I couldn't climb the stairs. And I was diagnosed with polyneuropathy. Yeah. On top of fibromyalgia, I had polyneuropathy. So my nervous system was totally wrecked, and it was impossible for me to actually function normally. With the help of Master Philip, I was every night, I think online, but it was the first I met him in person. And after the first time he treated me, I was amazed at the fact that I could actually stand up straight. After years and years of not being able to straighten my body, I was actually able to get up and be upright, not feel that I'm stuck in the lower back or in the hip or in my legs won't move. So that was another experience that I could not deny. This is what is extraordinary about Philip, that his understanding and his sensitivity, his skill with energy is so good. It's not too much and it's not too little. What I experienced before was either too much or too little, and I couldn't handle it. And either way, but this was something that was actually very fitting to what I needed. So I was practicing on my own. When I couldn't go to Ottawa, when I couldn't talk to Philip on the phone, I was practicing on my own. And it's always a concerted effort. It's always the energy that we get from the environment, from the teacher, from the master, from what we do, and our own energy, that everything combines together in order to bring us back to where we actually need to be. So all in all, it is an extraordinary experience if we actually invest in it. And investing, it's not once a week, and it's not 1 hour a week. It's actually at least an hour every day, if not 2-3 hours, the way I was doing, plus the teaching I was doing. So I actually spent about 4 or 5 hours of practicing Tai Chi and Qigong every day. And one important thing, I mean, extraordinary thing I never thought in my life would ever happen. I am back to playing the harp, and I'm back to not just playing, but I'm also composing and actually playing the harp, doing the music that I always felt I should be doing.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Vera. Now it's the question time. Okay, I'd like to thank you very much. And now, anyone you want to have, you have a question to ask this three important person, you can now turn on your mic and then the talk, one by one. Okay. So who wants first? Yeah, go ahead. Anybody?
Well, I want to congratulate all of you on your courage and your determination and your faith and trust. And like Philip said, he's been a wonderful healer, but it takes two people to make that happen. And without your involvement every day, taking tiny steps forward, sometimes feeling like you're moving backwards. I remember you, Vera, when you could hardly walk, when you came to Ottawa and you were hunched over and you could hardly move. So what you've accomplished, as well as Paulette and Paul, is a real testament to your determination and faith and Philip's healing ability to make that happen. So great admiration for all of you and what you've done.
Thank you very much. It's very important. It's not only one person to work, but we are two person work together. So for me, I only give them some kind of a method. Just like give him the key, and then give him the system. Turn on the car, and then the car start, and then you are the person drive the car. Okay, and then you will become to be heal yourself. I help, but not as important as yourself. Okay, I don't want to take all the credit. Thank you. Any question? Okay, yeah, Albert, I love question. Okay, Lady first. Okay, Natalie. Okay, Natalie first. Okay.
Hi, congratulations for your beautiful lives and testimonials and being serious about wanting to heal, and your determination and discipline, because it takes that, as well as having a master. But having that determination is what probably saved you and helped you to evolve to being able to share this today. I have been lacking that in my life, and I mean the past year I've been through a lot of changes. Master Philip is aware of most of them, and I have been missing Qigong and the daily practice so much. I feel I was just getting into a ritual or a practice. It was never quite 100% daily, but I was getting there and working towards that. And I have thought about it so much in the past year and missing it so much. And just circumstances, I feel, made it so I couldn't join the online group. But I pledged to keep trying and keep improving. And just this one session today has been very, very beneficial to me. And thank you so much.
Thank you, Natalie. Natalie, she helped me a lot too. She helped me a lot of work. So sometimes we are help each other. We share each other. That's our community. So we are very, very important. Is a share. Whatever you can share, you share. That is more important in our community. Okay. So next, I would like to ask Albert to say something. Thank you, Albert. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Paul, Paulette, and Vera for sharing very inspiring stories. I mean, this is an amazing day. Like, so what Natalie says, it's given me a lot of inspiration to start getting into the practice again. Can I ask you guys, do you guys have like a morning kind of routine or a ritual to do your Qigong? Do you have a certain time of day that you guys focus on doing things?
Yes. We do. We have regular schedule. We have regular schedule. You're talking about is our Qigong schedule? Is it you're asking, Albert? No.
Oh no, it's a personal schedule. So like, is it
personal schedule? Okay.
First thing in the morning? Do you start doing the Qigong, or do you do reading first, or do you do exercise? I'm just curious. Like, what's your personal?
Maybe Paulette, you can talk Paulette.
Yeah. Okay, so neurologically, I have to wake my body up quicker because I'm a 2-hour time zone difference from Philip. So Ottawa and Alberta, I have to be up 2 hours earlier than him to train. So what I do is I mentally prepare at night before bed. I do my prayers, my meditations before night, and I think of the night before. I don't think of the mornings because mornings are not easy. I think of how I prepare myself for sleep. Then when I wake up, I absolutely am straight into my Qigong. I don't think twice about how to prepare for it because preparing for it gives you this mindset that you could fail. And I don't like to set myself up to fail. I just wake up naturally, get online, I do my training. Then I have a really strong regimen of eating. I have, a regimen during the days when I eat. And then I supplement on top of this, like, I do other martial arts. I'm an extreme martial artist, disabled still. I can't stop for nothing. No one's going to put down my weapons for me, and no one's going to take away what I love. But so the excitement is in the morning with Philip. It starts with him every morning, and then the rest of the day comes together. So then I add my family time with my family. I cook, I clean, I do other things. And it's a determination of strength that I receive in that morning time with Philip that absolutely paves the way for the entire day of what I do, especially with a family of 6. I run 4 kids and I home educate too. So I have to have a lot of energy to get going through that day. But it's the morning that I only inspire to say this, how you go to bed and what you're waking up to. I know I'm waking up to a beautiful soul like Philip every day. That's enough to get me going for the entire day and run a 24-hour household. So yeah, it's the mindset of loving somebody first. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. For that, I never meet you personally, never. We only working with online. So it's amazing. A lot of people don't believe it, thinking it's a scam. A lot of people thinking it's a scam. This is never be working like that way. I think Paul, before I meet you, maybe you're thinking I'm a scam too. Thinking try to just do some service, make some money from you, but you will accept it. Can you talk something? Or maybe you have something you want to say, Paul, about the people's question like Albert's question, and also I mentioned about how do you accept me as your healer from the distance,
Yeah. As a first friend, Master Lai, it gave me a very useful help. Before my my thinking is not good now. because I cannot speak fluently after the stroke. But once learning of qigong, then at least my strength have been gradually increased a little bit. Every day morning, I take the training under in the qigong medication and healing. That's wonderful. At least my finger, you see, before they always like that. When
Okay.
maybe Vera will see my finger very difficult to open, but now they are open a little bit after attending the training in the morning. And also in the past, I also go to the community center 4 days a week for the program, especially for training, doing some exercise or meeting with the friends, talking with them. Then I get a benefit from it.
Okay. Thank you very much, Paul. Yeah, one thing is I mentioned Paul is a really happy guy. Even though he had the difficulty for 7 years, 7 years, he cannot really live independently,
Actually, what happened at 13 years?
Yeah, I know 13 years totally, but before you meet me, before meet me, your 7 years, you cannot do anything improving yourself, Before you meet me, you cannot have any improvement. You cannot working for yourself independently, right? So that means that for 7 years, you also lose your hope. You losing all the financial the situation. Your wife have to stay home 5 years. You have losing your job. Since your job, you don't have any government benefit. You to support you, So that is very difficult for you, but you still fight. And then finally, you're waiting until we meet together, and then you getting improving daily, and then now you're living by yourself independently. That's just amazing thing. I want to say one thing important is that Paul, he's a fighter. Paul, he is a happy guy. You see him, he very happy guy. He never complain. That is very important thing. We have to be fight for yourself. You have to have a good mindset first, and then you can stand balance it, and then you can move forward. The basic mentality you have to build up. Okay, so Paul, he get all this kind of foundation. Thank you, Paul. Okay, now I will ask anybody question time. Some people they may have to leave, so I would like you to ask question. Maybe 2 questions. Before we closing. Okay, anybody a question? Yeah. Okay. Vera, thank you.
Yeah. Can I say something?
I love it.
The question was, do I have, or is there a specific schedule that I have to practice? My mind does not work on strict lines. It's actually very difficult for me to now I have to do this, now I have to do that, now I have to be here, now I have to be there. It's very, very difficult. It takes a lot of energy from me to actually be there, exactly there at the time and in the way I need to be, the way that I am expected to do. So yeah. What I am actually doing, I know that I want to practice, that I want to practice. I know that I want to bring my energy up. I know that I want to move my body and feel the energy. And so I can actually play the harp and do the other things that I want to do. So whenever I'm up, it can be in the middle of the night, I'm practicing my Qigong, because I need to calm the nervous system. I need to calm the mind. I need to actually center myself. If I'm up, late morning, that's when I'm practicing. I need to gather my senses and be centered. So I don't force myself to be on a certain schedule. I practice whenever I feel that I need to practice. If it's in the middle of the night, if it is at 1 o'clock, or if it is at 11 o'clock at night, or if it is at 12, at noontime, I'm leaving everything and I'm practicing. Yep. Because that's when my nervous system will actually be open to the work, energy work that I'm doing, and the breath that I'm doing, the breath work I'm doing, and the movements I'm doing, without forcing, without pulling, without stressing, without tightening up anything. That, I think that is extremely important in order to actually get results in the practice of Qigong. That's what it is, energy work. So energy work comes when you're ready, then you actually benefit from it. But if you force it, it's not going to do any good.
No, thank you very much.
Beautiful.
So I understand that that's the, I always promote, use no schedule as your schedule. Use any method as your method. And very important thing is listen to your intuition. Let things go with the flow. Yeah, let things go with the flow. Everything, let things go with the flow, then you'll be success. Okay, I say 2 more questions. Now, anybody have question? Talk now. So we want you, the people, ask you to ask our 3 important persons question. Okay, a lot of people want to leave. So we let the people ask question first, and then we will wrap up our today's event. Okay, I love question. This is very good opportunity. I don't have the opportunity too long. Yeah, so much good idea. Yeah, so anybody want to talk, just unmute your mic, and then you can talk. Okay. Okay. So just go ahead. Yeah. If you want to leave, please do so. Okay. So if no question, I want to check. Anybody want to ask question? No. I say 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So I would like to ask Paulette to wrap up what you want to say today, because of the Vera, you already say something. Paul already say something. You can just wrap up, for the today your 3 important persons. Inspire talk. Okay, go ahead, Paulette.
Yeah, so I just want to say to anybody who understands what a stroke is, because now I fully have comprehension of Paul, and I understand what Vera has gone through. A stroke is something that absolutely is a life-changing situation. So if you don't go with the flow, your autonomic nervous system has to struggle. And so every day when you wake up, you can't have a sustained schedule. You have to actually work with what you have. And so I just want to give this to everybody. Philip allows me, when I'm online and I know it's a real deal, to work with what I have. And that's an important part of healing, is to know your limits, know how much you can put into it, and just go with the flow daily. Don't go against it. It doesn't work that way. It causes more stress on the body. And so, yes, Philip has he's created an environment for me to learn when I have an issue. I can go and breathe by myself. I can lay down and meditate by myself. I can find extra time when I need to calm the autonomic nervous system without medications. So Philip has taught me to do this natural, without medicating everything or without doing pills and pharmaceuticals. I am really doing this organically. So yes, go with the flow and things will organically come into place for everybody, for sure.
Thank you. I want to mention one thing is, thank you for that. One thing is, our life is very long. Don't let the tiny dust to bother you, some small incident in our moment, don't be so harsh for yourself, and don't harsh to the other people. Okay, somebody do something bad to you, don't put it so big in your life, because you just treat it as a tiny dust, because you have a still long way journey to go. Okay, so you just thinking like that, your life will be happy. You know, you don't feel that okay, suddenly I teach something, somebody come in too late, you know, and just mix up all the class. I don't think like that. As long as you join my class, I'm happy. You ignite me, you know. When Selena come, I say, oh, I'm happy to see you. When Paulette come, I'm happy, Paulette, you're from Alberta. Wow, I love you to come to see me. That is important. Don't thinking about the tiny dust, and then to mix up all your whole day schedule. You know, everybody is not perfect. Not everyone. Nobody is perfect. Okay, just to tell yourself, if you make mistake, other people make mistake, just put it as a tiny dust. Okay, because you still have a long journey to work with the people, and then you will still have to see them again, and then you try to remember, forgive and forget, be kind, to be love. You have to love people without condition, and this is very important. And forgive and forget, and forgive all the people you give you trouble, and then you will feel better. And also forget it, you know. Another thing is try to forget all the negative energy around you, all the negative experience inside your body and your heart, and try to forget it and forgive it. Remember, okay? And all the negative person or negative object, you know, a lot of people superstition, you know, okay, black cat is no good, number 6 no good, 13 is no good, 4 is no good. Just forget it, don't let those things bother you. Okay, so you're thinking about that, what the negative thoughts or negative energy, just let it go, and then you will feel happy, and then feel with the happiness, joy, and all the positive energy in your mind, your body. Always feel with the hope, faith, and love. Always remind yourself to activate your inner mind, breathing with happiness. Okay, that is important. Try to love yourself, love your internal body, you know, and then you love the other people. Take care of yourself first. Okay, thank you very much. And Selena, and I would like you to wrap up, and our coordinator in Ottawa, maybe you can talk to her, and then we do the closing. Okay, maybe Selena, you can say something before we closing it.
Well, I'd just like to thank everyone so much, and especially Paul, Vera, and Paulette. Your stories are like beyond inspiring, and I don't know where you find the strength, determination, and willpower under such extreme circumstances. So it's really inspiring for those of us that don't have such extreme circumstances but still struggle with just, you know, getting up every day. So thank you so much. It's really amazing. Oh, and I'd like to remind everyone about the morning program. So every weekday from 9 to 9:30, we do Qigong. From 9:30 to 10, there's a chakra meditation. From 10 to about 10:40, there's distance healing. And that happens every single weekday. And on Saturday, there's a program from 8:45 to, I think it's till 10:30. So just to say that this community is there, and it's really nice and inspiring, because you join, you see familiar faces. Even if you don't have your cameras on, I don't always turn it on. You see the little box, and it just feels really good to know that we're there for each other. So I encourage everyone to join when you can, if you can. And yeah, and thank you all so much for today and for being here.
I want to say thank you very much for everybody. Without you, I do not have the program, right? So you're a very important person. If you have any question, please let me know. If you want to get the material about your horoscope, about your element, you know, please send it to me. I know that there's maybe a few people, they miss it. And then I really want to help you. And also, if you want to know the whole program material, so you can let us know. You know, we will charge a small fee or small donation, you know, for the whole day's whole program. You see Selena, she show you all the thing, you know, today. You can get that too. You can let us know. Yeah, that one, you know, maybe we need your little bit donation. But for your own horoscope and your own element information, please let me know if you don't get it. Okay, I really want to help you out. any question, anything you want to work with me, I always welcome. Okay, always want to ask you to join us together. This is a good family. Always welcome for you. Thank you very much. Happy New Year, and wish you all the best for the entire year of the ox. Okay, thank you. And also today is Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Yeah. Take care. All the best, especially all the people participation. Yo, Vera and Paulette and Paul and all the participants, you know, like yeah, our coordinator, Selena, Catherine, and Natalie. We have Albert. Thank you, Albert. You're joining. Thank you, Sylvia. Yeah, Cynthia. Yo, and then thank you very much, Marianne. Marine. Yeah, Marianne, right? Marianne. Yeah, maybe if you need any information, send me the email. I will get back to you. Thank you very much. Yeah, Marianne, right? Marianne. So if you need any information, send the email to me. I will send it to you. Any material you need. Okay. So I think you are the first time join us. No, I'm very happy to see you. All the best. Okay. Now, yeah. So yeah. Take care. All the best. Yeah. Thank you. Bye-bye. Yeah. See you next time. We have this month, the 27th, we will have the event we call the Qigong and holistic approach to improve our mental health, you know. So that's a really good to participate. Welcome for everyone, you know. So you let me know. You just watching our material, our Facebook event, you know. So you check it, and also you can send me the email. I will send you the detailed information. Okay. So that we have some event, you know, is coming too. Yeah. Also we have the with the Lilian, you know, Selena, you know, we have some event with the Lilian, you know, on this coming week too. You know, it's a Thursday, right? Thursday, you know, at night. I think it's what time is it? 7 o'clock. So we have the some event, you know. So she give us a interview, you know. Yeah. So yeah, we will also welcome you to join us. Okay. So you send us the send the email to us. We will send you the detailed information, or you go to our website, you know. So we will you know, provide the detail for you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.